When I break this down, I'm gonna try not to get emotional because um, when this happened, I almost broke down right then and there. Because a lot of times, like, I pretty much know how God sees me for the most part, masterpiece. You only make something in your image when you trust that particular thing. I would never make something in my image that I really don't want to have nothing to do with. So my girls had a field day. There's tons of kids outside. I'm talking about football full of kids, adults, whatever, man. I mean, it was packed. I walk onto the field, walk into the to the track area, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking for my daughters. So I'm just going through, looking at each kid. No, that's not her. That's not her. That's not her. That's not her. I remember what shirt she had on. So I know she was wearing this type of shirt. So let me go to the area where all the kids had this type of shirt on. But still, even in this area, it was still a bunch of kids that had this type of shirt on. So I was able to pick her out. I said, okay, that's her right there. So I watched her, took videos of her doing her field day. So I left to go get something to eat, came back. Before I left, I seen my oldest, my sister one. Came back, it seemed like it was more people there. It was like a reset button was pushed, and it was just a bunch of looking. I'm like, where's she at? No, that's not her. That's not her. That's not her. And I was able to pick her out of all these kids. And I did it twice. But on this last time, I really heard the Holy Ghost say, that's how God sees you. In the midst of everything, he doesn't look at the person next to you. He doesn't look at the person behind you. He looks dead at you and said, that's my child. And for me, coming from where I come from, going through what I go through, a lot of times we feel unworthy for that. To be called anything other than a child of God or even a son of God. For him to see through everybody and say, look, that one right there, that's my child. Not only is that my child, but I'm going to die for that child. I guarantee you, it's not a father that will not die for their child or their family. So when asked, how does God see you? I guess you ask yourself, how do you see your child?